Come on now.
Let's get a...
Got some weight to it, yeah, 100%.
Be sure to like and subscribe to Ringside with What a Day.
All right, everybody, what is going on out there? That's right, I am live. I am Boxman. This is Wrestling Outlet. I know Smark is probably going to be here in a little bit. I know he read my messages. Let me see if maybe he told me he's going to be a tiny bit late. We know how that can go for Smark sometimes. But in the meantime, folks, he's probably trying to get his dog calmed down before he jumps in. But Smark will jump in here in a little while. In the meantime, that was Undertaker presenting Matthew McConaughey with a Texas Longhorns belt. So Matthew McConaughey, always chill, always calm. Kind of weird to see Undertaker and Matthew McConaughey together, but there you go. That was that. So yeah, I wasn't prepared to see Undertaker and Matthew McConaughey together in 2025 either, folks. That was not on my 2025 bingo card, if you will. That just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. But anyway, we've got plenty to get into tonight. We got Dark Side of the Ring making a comeback. We got Triple H going into the Hall of Fame. We'll talk about that. We've got NXT launching their own Vault channel. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. A little update on JD McDonagh and Jordynne Grace trying to throw us off of her trail that we all know she's going to be at the Royal Rumble this weekend. And hopefully Smart comes in. We'll do some Royal Rumble predictions as usual. So hopefully he'll be in here soon. But not much going on. Like I said, this is Wrestling Outlet. I am Boxman. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And I'm going to go ahead and just start talking about wrestling. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and kick this off with a little bit of Dark Side of the Ring. They are coming back for season 6. My God, I can't believe it's already up to season 6. It's just kind of crazy. But yeah, we are going to definitely getting it right here, folks. Here we go. So yeah, we'll be talking about that right now. So there we go. I got it pulled up there now. So there we go. Vice's Dark Side of the Ring will return for season 6 on March 25th, 2025. And this is the rumored episode list. Now, remember that little word right there. This is the rumored episode list. So we've got, I think we've got Smart coming in right now. Yeah, there he is. What's going on, Smark?
What's up?
Oh, that's what's up right there. All kinds of shit. I was just about to get into the Dark Side of the Ring rumored episodes that are going to be starting March 25th.
Nice.
Yeah. So, fuck it. Let's get into it. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Glad you're here. Made it just in time. I hadn't even mentioned one yet. All right. So, Smark, we've got Dark Side of the Ring. Hell in a Cell is one of them that they're going to do. Big Van Vader. I can see that one. I mean, that guy's in a lot of pain all the time. I believe even Wounded Warriors, which is usually a military nonprofit, actually helped him out. So
I don't think he's in too much pain anymore.
I don't think, well, you know what I'm saying. At one point, Tony Atlas, Ludwig Borga, Billy Jack Haynes, Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert, Superstar Billy Graham, Daphne. That's going to be a tough one. The original Sheik, and I'll tell you, this one will actually be a very good one if it comes through the Muhammad Hassan. That guy got fucked. That guy got screwed big time. I know he's happy doing what he's doing now. I know he's a teacher right now, but I'll tell you the truth. Out of all these, that would be the one I would really, really want to pay attention to, because I'd love to see the story they tell. And I mean, the guy couldn't help a fucking, national tragedy happen. He just, instead of changing his gimmick or giving him a chance, they just, all right, just, you know what? Just leave.
Right.
The Daphne one will definitely be a tough watch. We all know that story. Tony Atlas one, I mean, what are they going to do? Just show the guy sitting there getting his face stepped on for fucking an hour?
Watch that. I mean, he was poor for a little while there. Like it's kind of an interesting story. I feel like I've heard a lot of it, but like he went from making it big to like being out in the streets, like coming back. And there was a whole, the fucking Sabasunda thing. And it was like, that was kind of controversial. They could probably delve into that a little bit. He was there. Like he was actually one of the better parts of that fucking Vince documentary where he's talking about like fucking Pat Patterson touched my pecker. Like what? But why didn't you tell anybody? Who was I going to tell?
That's one of the saddest things right there. Who was that? No, Vince. He was one of Vince's guys. I couldn't do it. That shit, man. That shit. The Muhammad Hussein and Daphne one will probably be the two better episodes. And again, these are all rumored episodes, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hell in a Cell. How is that a dark side?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Like some of this, I mean, I'm going to keep watching them as long as they're pumping them out because the subject matter as a whole interests me. But if you watch last season, it's like you could tell they're kind of starting to run out of steam a little bit. Like some of them aren't as good as the first 2 or 3 seasons. So it's just like after a while you run out of topics to talk about.
Well, I mean, you can't. I mean, there's a ton of dark stories in wrestling, but I'm sure not everybody wants their fucking story told.
I mean, they don't necessarily have to be present to be telling the story.
No, but I'm sure there has to be some sort of, some sort of approval process by family or something. Oh, you think Vice is just like, fuck them all, we're doing this?
I think it's a case-by-case basis.
I say next year we get the Bray Wyatt.
That'd be an interesting one. I kind of want one on Loki, honestly. Like, as fun as it is to make fun of the guy, there was a period in time there where he was one of the better wrestlers, like, just in general. And then he kind of went down just a fucking batshit crazy rabbit hole.
Oh, shit. We could do the Austin Aries one, too.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, fucking... Yeah. I would rather watch that than fucking Lou Big Borgo. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
I don't know. I don't know. There's a few confusing ones on here, but again, these are rumored. We're not sure these are all gonna actually happen or not. But yeah, that's neither here nor
2 words for you: Jesse Ventura. He tried to form a union. He was a big star for a minute. He fucking governor. Did a lot of shit. I mean, there's plenty to delve in there.
Hulk Hogan fucked him over.
He did.
He told Vince, he stooged that I was setting up a union.
Oh, man. You know he loved fucking hearing Hogan get booed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was he probably wasn't watching, but I'm sure he got clips of it and was probably laughing his ass off.
Yeah, he probably wasn't watching, but like he's doing Saturday night's main event now. Like I was on that roster and I was one of the people that didn't like Hogan. I would just run up to him with the fucking camera or like the video on the phone, just like Jesse, look, look, Jesse. I think that's what happened. Like Kofi Kingston was probably just fucking elbowing him in the ribs and just holding the phone up to his face. Like,
probably, man. Oh shit. I got all kinds of sick kids in the house. Shit, all kinds of. There's like 4 different flus going around. There's COVID going around. I got kids are sick. My daughter came home on Tuesday with 102 fever. So it's fucking chaos around here. And I haven't been able to watch TV at all today. My daughter's on the couch lying down sleeping.
Oh, no.
Well, if I get near her, my dogs bark at me. They protect her like she's a fucking puppy. I think my mama dog protects her better than her puppies.
Could be.
They do, man. You can't even give my daughter a hug. My 2 big dogs will bark at you. They think you're hurting her. They're still puppies. They'll figure it out. They're still pups. So, well, there you go. Anything else on Dark Side of the Ring?
Not too much. Like you said, I kind of agree. The Daphne one, the mom and the son one, that's going to be interesting. I'm kind of interested in the Eddie Gilbert one because he was around a little bit early on ECW, like when it was still Eastern Championship. He was one of the guys that was on there like at a weekly basis for a minute there. That's really all I know of him. So it'd be kind of interesting to learn a little bit more of his career, life, the whole 9 yards.
Career, life, yeah, it will be. It will be, but that's another sad one we'll have to endure. But
the most fucking sad one again was last season was like the earthquake episode. Because like if you watch any of the seasons, it's basically there's kind of a reoccurring theme of like some of them are just outright scumbags, or some of them like ended up getting a habit, Well, and you can kind of see like where things went wrong, and like you can kind of put yourself in their shoes, but then also kind of just justify it with being like, well, you were doing drugs or whatever, so you died early, that kind of shit. Like the Bam Bam Bigelow one, it was the same season, and it was like he loved his family and stuff, and he just kept, he ended up getting addicted to painkillers because he was on the road all the time because he didn't want to, not make money, not be able to support his family, but then that ended up tearing his relationship with his family apart. Whereas like the earthquake one, it was like, okay, the biggest controversy was like his wife wanted him to go off the road so that he'd be home more. Like that was it. Didn't do drugs, didn't cheat on his wife, didn't beat his kids, none of it. And then it was like, okay, so what's the bad part? It's like, the bad part was that he got cancer and couldn't afford to have cancer because he didn't have insurance, and so he died. It's like, fuck. It's like, that is just bleak. That like there's nothing there that is like anything controversial. It's just fucking bleak and depressing.
Yeah. No, like you said, they're kind of running out of steam.
Mm-hmm.
But trust me, they'll figure out a way to do it. So anyhow, let's get into. We got something else, Mark, and we'll be able to play a short little video here. Got an early WWE Hall of Fame induction, Smark. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels let Triple H know, Hunter, Paul, whatever you want to call him now, that he will be able to go into the Hall of Fame. Where'd that video go? I had that video. There it is. I do have it. Give me a second here. Just move it up. And I'll play the video of that. Now, I have the whole video, but I cut out the introductions. In the beginning, it's Triple H at some sort of looks like they're like at a pre-show event, just kind of getting everybody warmed up on everything. And Nick Khan is out there, and Triple H is talking, and you hear Shawn Michaels' music hit, and Triple H is like, what? Undertaker's music hits, and he's like, what? And that's that. So I cut that part out so we're not going to get copyright strikes. Also, at the end, Stephanie comes out to Triple H's music. I cut that out so we wouldn't get any copyrights, because WWE will do that if you play fucking 5.1 seconds of their fucking music. So let's go ahead and play it.
HBK and The Undertaker have made an executive decision here today.
It's way past overdue.
Though you are in the Hall of Fame as a member of D-Generation X,
Yeah.
it is only fitting that the cerebral assassin, the game, Triple H, at WrestleMania 41, take his rightful place in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, absolutely.
So from a guy that usually has something to say about everything, I'm speechless. I'm going to kill Nick when we leave here. If you see somebody flying off of the roof, just ignore it.
You deserve it.
I don't know what else to say. Just thank you.
No, see right there. All right, that should be okay. That's where Stephanie comes out, gives him a hug. But what?
I don't know why, but just the one guy going, "You deserve it," made me laugh. It's like, oh, lick the boots a little harder. Why don't you?
Yeah. It looked like they were at their headquarters. That looked like the headquarters is probably where they were at doing something. But Triple H, man, Hall of Fame. I mean, yes, like they said, he's in there for DX already, but that's not what shocks me. What shocks me is the fact that Undertaker is becoming like their cool media guy. And it's so... If you told me 5 years ago that Undertaker was going to be doing media, have a podcast, be out here doing half the stuff he's doing, I would have laughed at you. But here he is. He's like becoming the cool grandpa of wrestling.
Actually, now that I think about it, I wasn't terribly surprised the Undertaker's got a podcast, because there was a period, I think like right before he was about to retire or like right after he retired, where he just like went on fucking every interview show and just to like talk about his career, but like share old stories and shit. And it's like, yeah, he's about to get one. I would say more than anything, I'm just surprised that he's not doing one with Conrad. That's what I appreciate about it. Like, I've never really listened to his, but just like the fact that I've heard clips and I haven't heard, it's like, you are in hell in a cell, and I'm like, oh, thank God it's somebody else, like anybody else, just thank God.
Yeah, that would not have been good, but I don't know. I mean, like Snoop Dogg has become like America's grandpa. Suddenly, Taker's becoming like second, like America's other grandpa.
You see.
Yeah, he's out there giving belts to Matthew McConaughey and hanging with him. And I'm telling you, what's next? Movie role for Undertaker. Movie role for Undertaker. You'll see. Meanwhile, AEW, that movie for Dark Match comes out tomorrow on Shudder.
Oh yeah,
Jericho's movie that we played the trailer for. That comes out tomorrow, folks, on Shudder if you want to see it. And in select theaters. I didn't realize that, but it is in some select theaters. So if it's on Shudder, I'll probably be able to get it Saturday.
Mm-hmm. You'll probably be able to get it tomorrow, honestly.
I'll probably be able to, I'll be able to have it Saturday. Actually, the other day I finally watched Den of Thieves, which I hadn't seen yet because I saw Den of Thieves 2 is coming out. So I got Den of Thieves 2. Need to watch that. And I'm still waiting. I want to watch Flight Plan, that Mark Wahlberg movie. But Triple H, let's go back to Triple H, I guess. Triple H going to the Hall of Fame, man. What thoughts? What do you think?
He deserves it, of course.
Smart.
Right. It's
Smart.
kind of funny because, like,
we don't work for him. We don't work for him. Say what you want to say.
I mean, he does. I mean, if you can have fucking Coco Beware in there, why not have him in there? He had a long enough, prolific enough career, but it is kind of funny because people are like razzing him online about it. It's like, first year, you're fully in control and you're going to the Hall of Fame. So he's like, people have been making jokes about that.
Listen, you think it was his decision to do that? It was probably The Rock.
Yes.
No, I'll bet you it was The Rock or Nick. I bet it might have been Nick Khan that had this idea. But I mean, what the hell? I have no problem with it. The article for Wrestling Inc. says he's got a headline. I don't know where anyone got that from. I honestly don't know if I would have Triple H headline. I think they should leave that for someone else. So I don't know. All right, you know what? I'm actually going to do this.
You're going to have one.
It's an avalanche. Snow filled the air, buries everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare. You better run away if you just can't stay. If you wanna save the day. It's an avalanche. It's shining white. It's not like an angel, more like a devil. Not small like a pebble, more like a mountain that swung to hold it. Very cold. It's an avalanche.
You're fucking welcome.
I didn't even try this time. Normally, like, it'll lead something into it or make some kind of pun or just something. We just came in, he's like, avalanche. I want to hear it. You know what time it is. It's like, all right, cool.
And that was me. I did that. That was me. I can't stand that fucking song.
He's a poet laureate, that kid.
I just can't stand the way he pronounces it. It just annoys me.
Avalanche.
It's not an avalanche. It's an avalanche.
Some say tomato, some say avalanche.
Yeah, well, tomato's correct. Avalanche doesn't. Fuck, the kid probably goes to fucking Target, the little shit.
I don't think do they have, Luke, you're on the spot here. Do they have Targets in England? I know they have like Tesco's. Dude, there's so many of them. There's so many of them.
You
See, I'm the best, man. I did it.
Usually before the show, I go through those. I didn't realize you had so many of those, but I started going.
I'm sitting on like 5 or 6 that I haven't even used yet.
I noticed you got a few in there that haven't been used yet, but wow.
Luke's saying they do not have Targets in England.
Well, what the fuck? Got Walmarts? I doubt it. They don't want no Walmarts in England. Take away. I mean, God forbid a country actually just, stick with their mom and pop stores. Nope. No Walmart's over there. Yeah, there you go. Stick with the mom and pop stores. That's what I go to around here.
It's all Tesco's. Just straight up Tesco's.
That's what I go to around here. We got a little Dollar General Market right up the road. That's fucking awesome. Love that place. Fuck Walmart.
I mean, if at that point, what are you really getting that's a different experience there?
Well, this little DG Market up the road is pretty fucking cool. I'll tell you, they've got a lot of shit. You can get they even have a little, like a party section. You can get balloons and shit there. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like a Party City Dollar General Market. But I'll tell you what, everything there is actually less than Walmart. Fucking, I go get dishwashing detergent there, and it's $2 less than I pay for it at Walmart. And 9 miles closer. So I'm down.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was there. I'm driving down the road the other day. I'm like, shit, this is fucking 5 miles down the road. That's very close for us.
No, I understand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Target's been going into Canada the last couple of years. Okay, good. Good. We'll that'll work. That'll work. The old Canucks love it. The Canucks love it. But man, we really don't want to talk about Triple H going to the Hall of Fame, do we?
I mean, I already talked about it. You're up.
It's fine.
Agreed. There you have it.
It's fine. What are you gonna say? I'm telling you, it was probably Nick Khan or The Rock's idea. He's going in the Hall of Fame. What is there to complain about? Nothing. It was going to be now or it was going to be later. Everyone's like, oh, I wonder if Vince shows up at the Hall of Fame. No, Vince will not be at the Hall of Fame. Folks, I don't care. I don't care if this whole Janelle Grant thing is done. They don't want to be associated with him anymore. Have you not figured it out yet? No, Vince won't be at the fucking Hall of Fame.
We'll see.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he wants anything more to do with this company, dude. I mean, they fucking booted him out.
No, I agree. I don't think he's coming back either. But as passionate as you were about that, I figured I had to offer,
I would want, if I were an officer of TKO, a board member of TKO, I wouldn't want that guy within fucking 300 fucking yards of any event we're doing. No, I don't want him even fucking on camera. Because you know what's going to happen? Soon as he's seen on camera, all the shit's going to come back out about him. Oh, look, they're bringing the fucking sexual abuser out. They're bringing this out. They're bringing... I'm tired from thinking about the fucking bullshit we'd read online about that. I don't think so. I just think that they don't want anything to do with them. They don't want to be associated with them. Did we get a chance to see John's new cameos? Yeah, man, we played all those before you got here. Think it'll work? You think it'll work?
Actually, I'm glad that he mentioned that because I feel like it's time to do something. What? No. Don't worry. It's not like that. We're not going back to him talking about fucking Lou Gehrig being alive. Cameo.
All right.
You go to cameo.com. I want to read some of these because I was doing that just in my leisure over the weekend because we did this before, but like the pro wrestling section, right? Some of these people that are on there, the prices that they're offering is fucking crazy.
Well, let's see who it is. Well, here, let me get this Paul Levesque thing. Obviously, let's just get rid of the Paul thing. Congratulations, Triple H. Let's move on.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you, champ. Put it on the fridge.
I really thought I had more to say, but we've gone off topic fucking 3 goddamn times. That tells me something right there.
Oh, God. I thought it'd be a lot easier to find. This website is not fucking user friendly. I was trying to bring up the wrestling category on Cameo because some of these are fucking killing me with the prices.
Thought you were gonna bring up some porn stars or something. Dude, make the shit interesting.
Well, I mean, there is some convergence on the Venn diagram there between wrestlers and porn.
Yeah, there is. We talked a few weeks ago about what's her name trying to get into porn, something. Or trying to
good old something.
Trying to get into acting. Angela something or something like that. I don't remember her name.
Angela Merkel. Let's see.
Way too many out there.
All right, here we go. I was just trying to kill some time so I can pull the fucking full screen up. Here we are.
All right.
Make it big. There we go. All right. All right. So we're on page 1 here. We got DDP, $149. Tama Tonga fucking $1,000. MJF, $600.
What?
Joe Hendry, $168. Kurt Angle, $100. We got $99 for Foley. That seems what shit. My fucking there you go.
Yeah, Danhausen. I'm totally reasonable for Danhausen.
Yeah, it's entirely too expensive.
No,
Bret Hart 150. Some lady with big boobs. Oh, Harley Quinn, or not Harley Quinn, Harley Cameron.
Harley Cameron. I'd just Maxine Dupree 150.
Rob Van Dam 100.
Oh, he just wants to buy an ounce.
Yeah, pretty much. Ric Flair 500.
Wow. Ali $50. Is that what that says?
$60. $60 for the Great Khali.
It's a little fuzzy on my ear. You know what? I could probably make that.
I can make it a little bigger.
No. Nope. I got it. I just needed to make my screen bigger.
Tori Wilson, $75.
Here, Tori Wilson, $155. That, wow, she looks great.
Yeah, I feel like this is the real steal here. You got Scott Steiner for $100. Like, I'm sure it's only like 40 seconds a pop on these videos, but fucking anything from Scott Steiner, you paying Scott Steiner to do a promo on you is worth it at any price.
Gigi Dolan, please, can you just do yours with your ass facing me and looking at the camera? Vince McMahon parody. I love that. It's a parody. Someone is selling a Vince McMahon parody account. Only 18 left. This fucking genius.
That is I genuinely didn't know that you could get away with doing that, because if I knew, I would have fucking been the one doing it. Anywho,
I should do Schwarzenegger parodies.
See, you got fucking Nikki Bella 150. This is the funny one.
What?
Britt
Baker $250.
Okay, just as a reminder, Scott Steiner $100. Ric Flair, not a good example. Foley $100. Bret Hart $150. You could get 2.5 Bret Hart cameos, or fucking almost 2 Foley cameos for what it would cost to get a fucking 20-second video message from old Nose McGee.
Hey, drop down a little. I want to see how much a Chael Sonnen one is.
120, significantly cheaper than Britt Baker, and he is an actual like known celebrity.
Who is? I've never heard of Nixon Newell.
Some NXT version, I think. I don't remember them though. Huh.
The Voros twins, $100. Now that's 50 each. That's not bad.
Yeah, but I mean, Hot Dog Starks over here is only $6.
Yeah, never heard of Hot Dog Starks.
No one has. Aiden English 15, Billy Gunn 50. So you could get what, 5 fucking Billy Gunn videos for the cost of a Britt Baker.
You know, Matt Hardy's not bad. $110. That's it's not. I mean, he's a pretty huge star. Keep going a little bit more.
Godfather for 50
down there.
That's like $30 for some Tony Chimel action. You trying to get down with that?
Yeah, there you go. You actually hit up Chris Van Vliet for $30. Kaya Dream. Who's Kaya Dream? Never heard of her.
No idea, but I'm sure she's doing just fine. Don Fry, fucking.
Wow, SoCal.
$80.
SoCal Val is looking delicious. Good God, James Ellsworth, $20. That's way too much. Chris Statlander, $90. You know, I like Chris Statlander, but that might be a little much. He looks beautiful in that picture, by the way.
Okay, I mean, is $90 too much when this is what's going on here?
This is ridiculous, but that's crazy.
Like literally, okay, Shayna Baszler, Mia Yim, you could get like multiple people that are signed with WWE for the price of less than a fucking Britt Baker cameo.
Oh yeah, Alex Shelley's $100.
This is the best one.
Nick Gage, $5.
See, let's do a little bit.
How much is Jordan?
I'll come back for a second. Give me just.
I know. Man, we played that first day. We played that intro video on when me and Shaheen were doing shows on THQ.
So I watched this one. We won't play the whole thing, but look, it's fucking Nick Gage and a dog you would not expect Nick Gage to have. Check this shit out, or don't, because it's fucking not working when I hit. I'm trying my damnedest. They won't work.
Y'all can't hear my pigs out there.
Oh, that was a fucking non-starter.
Can you hear my pig squealing out there?
No.
Okay, good.
And now my shit is apparently locked up. Okay, here we go. We're back to it. What were you looking for?
Jordynne Grace only.
Jordynne Grace, $75.
Recently signed to WWE. We're going to see a lot more of Jordynne Grace. I'm very happy to see her get this shot. Bryce Remington,
$30 for me.
Ricky Morton only 50 bucks. Ricky Morton.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit. Anybody wants to get me a fucking early birthday present? Ricky Morton, 50 bucks, folks.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of popped for this one. 69 for Joe Gert.
That is so appropriate. That is perfect. Like
it's a little expensive, but he had to. You know, he had to.
Okay, I'm sorry. 50 bucks for Ryback, way too much. Aubrey Edwards is only $40.
Again, 250 for Britt Baker. It's fucking $25 for some Brian Alvarez action. You try to get in on that?
No, that's all right. That's all right.
$50 for Coach. You got 75 for Raven. 39 for Bushwhacker Luke. That seems too expensive. Fucking 100 for some JBL action.
Dude, JBL is actually pretty. I was thinking he's probably 200. That's actually not fucking bad.
Fucking $100 for some Arn Anderson action.
Hell yeah.
I'll do one more page.
All right, why not? We'll take care of it.
This guy needs to get sued.
The cheese?
That's right. He stole Cheese Man's gimmick. He needs to be fucking. We're sending that bitch to jail.
Fuck is Brett Azar?
No clue.
Dude looks like fucking like a young Arnold in that picture. He's jacked as fuck. Michael
$25 for Build a Mod. That's funny.
Michael Buffer, $375. That man is a fucking legend.
That's right.
How
many answering machines do you think that man has done?
Oh my god, tons. That guy is just a fucking legend, man.
How much for Beefcake? Let's play a game. If you had to guess, I'm going to guess too. How much you think Beefer's charging?
For who?
Beefcake.
Beefcake. I'm going to say 50.
I'm going to undercut you by 10. I'm going to say 40. Let's find out. It's probably like 75. But
okay.
Fucking $100. You can't be serious.
What?
Fucking $100 for Beefcake.
Well, by Price is Right rules, I win.
Okay. 100 for Tully Branch. You cannot tell me that both of these things are equal. 100 for fucking Beefcake, 100 for Tully Blanchard.
And I understand why some of these women charge a little more. They're probably get some pretty nasty things to do. Say
50 for Tyler Breeze, 50 for Tommy Dreamer.
How much?
39 for
$100.
It's kind of worth it. He's having a moment at this right now.
$39 for Chavo. Wait, is that? That is Hernandez.
I cannot. Yeah, fucking Sean Hernandez.
Velvet Sky, 55, 222 from Mercedes. That's an odd number.
She charges less than Britt Baker. She is like without question. I mean, say what you will about the promos, but she is literally the biggest star in like fucking female wrestling, and she's charging less than Britt Baker.
Yep.
Chuck Liddell, as is Chuck Liddell, 190 for Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, but Chuck Liddell is a fucking UFC legend.
But there you go. There it is.
Peter Avalon was only $25.
Mm-hmm. A little bit too much if you ask me, but hey, whatever.
Well, that wasn't so bad. Yeah. That was fun. So, did we speak about Britt last week? No.
In a sense.
I mean, we didn't. But I guess you're talking about the whole Britt Baker thing where the Ibu guy said that she was cheating. She said she wasn't, and he said, "Oh, she called and apologized." Yeah, I see a lot of bullshit with that story. So I don't know. I see a lot of bullshit. That's why we didn't mention it, because I think half of it's bullshit. You know what? If she did cheat, that's fucking their business. I don't give a fuck. That would explain why Cole is just a douche.
Well, I mean, there's a lot going on with her. It's not just the allegations that she's cheating, but it's also that she's allegedly not being booked. There's apparently no plans of like actually using her at any point in the near future.
All right, I'll say this, folks. If you watch that little backstage show that AEW put out there, she came off as a fucking cunt. I'm sorry to say the word, but she did. She came off as hard to fucking work with. She came up. So, you know, no, I don't have a basement. We're in Texas, goddammit.
I mean, it's interesting that could have been addressed to either of us, and you were the one that jumped out in front of it.
I keep my Mexican housekeepers locked in my garage here. But I don't know. I mean, she came off like she's hard to work with. Maybe she is. You know what, though? The crowd likes her. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, all right, who do you want to fucking work with? Go do it. Leave me the fuck alone.
Do they?
They did. Dude, she was, let's face it, man. When she was hurt, she was one of the, out there with Rebel, she was one of the best parts of AEW. Going out and cutting those fucking promos. And I was not a fucking Britt Baker fan because she looked like she was never going to be able to cut a promo. Meanwhile, she went out there and started doing pretty fucking good for herself. What?
I mean, she's all right, I guess.
Oh, I was loving her when she was out there hurt, and then she got back in the ring, and then that fucking big swole match happened, and I don't know what that was all about. And then she like after that, she was still good for a while. She got hurt. She came back. She was gone.
It's actually one of the promos she did when she came out and talked like Tim Allen for 4 minutes. That's right.
Bye-bye. No, I mean, I don't know. Look, I don't give a fuck about her. I do not give a shit about her relationship. So whatever with that. But if she's hard to work with, you know what? Let her go. WWE has interest in her. I don't think that's true either, by the way. I think that's bullshit, too. I think they probably have seen the fucking videos of her. Yeah, let's bring in the girl that came off like hard to work with, bitch. Let's bring her on in here. Okay.
I like the idea of like a world where she gets like released and then TNA also passes on her. Because it's like, yeah, well, you know what? I mean, we've got enough to deal with. We already got Tessa, and like we actually kind of like Tessa more than we like you. But you know, have fun.
Yeah. Well, Tessa's not doing the best right now. The crowd doesn't really like Tessa.
You don't say.
They were chanting some very colorful comments at her, and that's probably not the right way to say that, but they had
Nasty.
right. Well, we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. They had a very colorful chant going on for her, and that's fine. That's fine. She doesn't care. She came out the next week and was like, "I don't give a fuck. Y'all like me anyway."
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. So whatever. Let's get through this shit. All right. So
one last thing about Britt Baker, if I may.
yeah.
What's going on? We have a right to know the truth.
All right, I'm going to level with you all. Most important thing now is that you remain calm. There's no reason to panic. Now, it is true that one of the crew members is ill. Slightly ill.
Rest in peace, Leslie Nielsen. Fucking love that guy. Love those movies. Both of them are the best. And you might make it. Yep, that's right, Dirk. It was "She's a Racist" chant. That's right. That's right. It was. Man, maybe I should do Airplane this week and next week. Might not be a bad idea right there.
Well, it's kind of timely.
Oh yeah, that might not be a good idea. Yeah, maybe we'll wait on that.
You want to talk about Crash Holly next, or like what's going on? You monster!
Oh shit! I was actually thinking about doing Top Gun this weekend, but now I'm not. Now I'm really not going to do it.
Garbage day. Huh? No.
Yeah, I think I'll wait. Yeah, I think I'll do something else. No, I'm not going to watch Black Hawk Down. Wow. This is bad. This is bad. Horrible tragedy. That was horrible. That was fucking horrible.
Flight.
Fucking horrible. That was crazy. But they got
what's the one with Denzel Washington where he plays like the drunk pilot?
You know, I think it's called Flight, but I haven't seen it.
Did I actually just name it and then ask what the movie was? Son of a bitch.
I think it's called Flight, and I have it, but I haven't seen it. Do I have my? No, I got that. No, I've only got my.
Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the name of it. There you go. Dirk says do Cannonball.
Yeah.
Too.
You know, I thought about doing the Cannonball runs, both of them. I might do that. I might, because those are great movies, and I would love to. Little Burt Reynolds talk. I wouldn't mind that at all. But yeah, maybe I will do Cannonball Run. Then next week, the second one. In the last 2 weeks, I did Young Guns 1 and 2, and it was great. I thought they were great shows. Maybe I will do the Cannonball Runs. That's not a bad idea, Dirk. Nancy Kerrigan crying on TV. What is this, the 90s? She's skating with that team. I'm not. No.
Why? That was such bullshit.
There's certain places I'll go. I'm not going there. No, she skated with that team. I mean, Tonya Harding says hi, but I'm sorry. That was so bad of me.
Not as bad as what I was about to say before you cut me off. So good job.
You glad I said it instead of you, huh?
No, well, you said I'm not going there, and I said neither is anybody on that plane. But
oh, that was worse. Okay. So AEW or A&E, folks. A&E is not AEW. A&E is set to launch, kicking off on Sunday, February 16th, a huge block of WWE programming. I mean, you're going to get like 3.5 hours of WWE programming here. So starting February 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern time, you're going to get WWE LFG. No, it is not Let's Fucking Go. It is Legends and Future Greats. It's a competitive show. Just think Tough Enough, folks. Just think Tough Enough. And when you hear Bully or Bubba Ray Dudley sit there and trash AEW and this and that, I just want y'all to remember something. He's part of this show, folks. He is on this show. He is getting paid by WWE So let's just take his criticism with a grain of salt. Let's just do that. But you're going to have Undertaker, Booker T, Mickey James, Bubba Ray Dudley, and a few other legendary coaches come in, and they're basically going to pair up. It's going to be like Tough Enough that had the coaches. It's pretty much what it's going to be. They're going to be in the ring a lot more. I don't think they're complete rookies. I think these are actually people trying to get a start in the business. So that's going to be your first show. And then Smark, immediately following that, you're going to get WWE Rivals, which they've had before, but it's returning for a new season. And it's going to just bring some of WWE's most legendary rivals to life. It's going to be hosted by WWE. What?
He said Pat Sage. He's probably dead. Brutus Beefcake. They're paying him $100 for this.
No, Sajak's still alive. Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias will be hosting this. It's a roundtable, unfiltered discussion with icons like Cody Rhodes, Kevin Nash, Kevin Owens, JBL, and more. And it's a 1-hour episode. So there you go. But that first show.
Does Bubba Ray eat salt? Yeah. Among other things, friend, he claimed that people would pay to see him go against Brock Lesnar 10 years ago. I mean, if he takes a fucking powerbomb Bob Holly style, I'd watch that. Just fucking drops him on his neck.
That wouldn't be so bad. Now, the first show again, 8 to 9:30, so you got an hour and a half there. This show comes on 9:30 to 10:30, so you got another hour there. And at 10:30, rounding out the night, WWE's greatest moments. I think that show sort of explains itself. It's just going to count down some of the most unforgettable moments of all the eras of SmackDown and Raw and all that shit. Pretty self-explanatory, folks. I don't think I need to exactly explain what that is for you. But Smark, LFG, Rivals, greatest moments. Your Sunday night is now booked. I can tell.
Not here. No Super Bowl for me this week or next weekend. I'm just settling up in front of the TV. I'm watching some Bubba Ray Dudley.
Doesn't start until February 16th. Smark, you're covered.
Oh, all right.
You are covered, sir.
Nora wants to know, is Bubba Ray a backstage? Probably.
Oh, I believe so. I believe he is. I 100% believe he is. More than Devon. I think that's kind of been.
Devon seems like the fucking Cash Wheeler to Bubba Ray's ex.
He pulls guns on people?
Probably, but I mean, just in the sense that he's not an insufferable cunt, whereas his tag team partner is.
Now, why would you think he pulls guns on people? Smart, because he's black?
I mean, you were the one that brought it up.
No, Cash Wheeler pulled a gun on somebody, and that's who you compared him to. That's why I brought it up. No,
touche. Actually, fucking caught me in that one.
I'm kidding, man. Take it easy. Don't worry. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. Yo, homeboy,
welcome to the hood, brother.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Oh, shit. I totally believe Bubba. Notice they call him Bubba. He's Bully Ray everywhere else. Bubba Ray, I totally believe he's a backstage politician. And I will almost bet you he's probably a fucking master at it by now.
What a wild question. Should Bubba Ray have been the one to beat Triple H in 2002 instead of HP? Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. I'll tell you the truth, folks. I'm not a Bubba Ray fan. I like Devon. Devon seems like a level-headed, cool dude. I don't think Devon would have picked a guy out of the audience for saying something rude to his girlfriend and fucking brought him backstage.
Who was a heel character at the time.
Threatened him. Dickhead.
That would have been great if the fan just fucking lit him up. just beat the shit out like the fucking like it was like like with Kurt Angle did the toughen up thing. Daniel Pewter got him the fucking Kimura. Like that wild if Bubba brought the fan backstage, the fan just wore his ass out.
I would have baited him so bad to fucking hit me, and I would have been a mazillionaire.
Please believe. Although, I mean, it was TNA, though, right? So you probably would have gotten about $40 in, like, maybe a gold bar, depending on what year it was.
Dude, they're owned by Anthem. That's not a small fucking company.
That's true.
We just don't see it because they're fucking Canadian based. We just don't pay attention, but they are not a tiny little fucking company. You could get a good chunk if Bubba Bully Ray fucking hit you. Oh, I would have let him hit me, and I would have stumbled right back out into the crowd bleeding. looking
You're fucking blade.
Oh,
you're fucking blade.
Anything, blading, fucking looking for lawyers on my phone.
I mean, shit, you mentioned Ricky Morton earlier. I've been selling like I was fucking Ricky Morton, just coming out looking like I'm about to die, just fucking holding my head.
Take out my keys and fucking rip my head open if I had to. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking.
One of my favorites, may he rest in peace, was like there was a New Jack Shoot interview where somebody asked him about the Dudleys. God only knows which one. There was 800 New Jack Shoot interviews. And he once said that he was going to tie him to a tree and let a bulldog butt fuck him. And that will forever live into my memory banks because I laughed for a solid 5 minutes.
Attaboy. Attaboy, New Jack. Miss you.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the antics of New Jack.
Of course.
I do. But before he feuded with the WCW guy like Scott Steiner, but yeah.
So there's right. Triple H wanted to do a feud with ECW guys like him, but I'm sure he would have loved burying all the ECW guys.
Oh, I'm sure he would have. He would have taken all y'all out. He would have definitely done that. Absolutely. Hell yeah, he would have. So, all right. What else we got here? So we got WWE 2K25 coming out, and man, my dogs are barking again. And man, they have this game loaded. You're going to be able to get a Bloodline Showcase, Smark. You're going to be able to get intergender matches because, hey, if WWE is not going to live out domestic violence, you can live it out at home on your video games and an open world.
I mean, I think it's a good idea because it's a fucking video game. Who cares? Like, it's polygons. It's not real people fighting. But but I'm saying though, like, for sure. I can't say for sure, but there's about an 85% chance that somebody on that roster at some point within the next 10 years or so will get popped for some kind of domestic violence issue. And for a fact there's going to be gifs and shit online of just like back in the day there was like fucking Stone Cold clips of him just beating up Deborah backstage from like one of the SmackDown games. There's like Chris Benoit ones, like that's what that's going to be used for at some point.
Oh, and with AI, it's fucking unimaginable what'll be able to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Unimaginable what'll be able to be done. But with this game, folks, now we know Roman Reigns was introduced as the cover guy for 2K25, but that's just a regular edition. You can actually get 2 more editions. There's the Dead Man edition, which you can get for, hold on a second, I got a price on that right here. The Dead Man edition is available for $99.99 for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and PC. So that's going to be $99.99. Obviously, that is the Undertaker one. It's going to get you get the Dead Man edition bonus pack, which is greatest hits of the Undertaker from Mattel. You get some cards in there. I guess there's some sort of thing you can do with cards on the PS5. But you can also get the Bloodline edition, which doesn't just have Roman Reigns. It has basically all of the and Oahi family on there.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. It's got you've got The Rock, you've got Yokozuna, you've got all of those guys in there, but you have the whole family, including Solo and all those guys. They're all in this picture. So
Sami Zayn too.
I think he is in the picture.
No, he is. I looked at the picture. He really is in the photo.
Yeah, you're right. He is. I see him there. Yeah, I see him. And all that. And that is all hosted on the game by Paul Heyman.
There you go.
But you can do in the regular game, you can do a Bloodline Dynasty, which will take you through. You'll be able to be basically an extended family like Sami Zayn. You'll be able to go be in there with the Roman Reigns, The Rock, Yokozuna, Jacob Fatu, all kinds of other guys like that. You can play something called the Island of Relevance, and that'll be another part right there. You're still trying to impress the tribal chief with that one, Roman Reigns. They have a huge roster on this game. Bunch of legends are going to be out on this game. You're going to have, some regular characters. You're going to have Cody Rhodes, Liv Morgan, Rey Mysterio, Bret the Hitman Hart will be on there. Jacob 2, RVD, Lita, LA Knight, China. They're going to add China to this one, which I think is awesome. Batista, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, and more. They've made some improvements on the match types. You're going to be able to get Bloodline rules match, underground matches, all kinds of cool stuff like that. You'll be able to do barricade diving on this one. My GM online multiplayer, My Faction, My Rise, Universe. They have just this fucking game is never fucking ending, man. So, but they're saying the standard edition is only going to be $69.99. What did I say? Did I screw something up?
Oh, no, you didn't screw anything up. True North wanted to know if he could play as Jimmy Snuka's girlfriend.
Sure.
He's on fire!
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can also play as Katie Vick. There you go. They're in the same place.
Wow. Poor Katie didn't do anything wrong. Well, I guess neither did Snuka's girlfriend. That's probably a bad. Although you did say they were both in the same place, I think I might have been the one that just condemned them to hell for no apparent reason. So that's
I'm in a graveyard, Smark.
well, that's true.
Mine was much more simple than yours. But anyway.
Fair point.
Hey, you want to damn him to hell? That's completely up to you. But I'll tell you the truth, man. I have not bought a WWE 2K game since I think 2021. So
that actually is kind of a good point, because isn't Jimmy Snuka Samoan too? So like they're going to go ahead and make sure that they omit that particular portion of out of the showcase mode.
See, with all the so with all the Bloodline stuff. Yeah, there you go. That's probably another one. Yeah, there you go. I like it. I mean, just add that into the whole Samoan thing. I like that.
Norm was saying
25 seems disappointing with the last two games. They are just updated rosters and a few tweaks from 2K22. Yeah, like I was saying, I haven't bought one since 2K22, but I think I might grab this one. I think I might want to go through a few of those. The Bloodline thing. My wife will get it for me for Christmas if I ask for it. So,
I mean, he's kind of right, but unfortunately, that's the problem with just any of the yearly sports games is you just kind of add features that should have been in there for years before anyway, and then you just take out features from like a year or two prior. You add features in that were in there before that you just took out for seemingly no apparent reason. Then that's the unfortunate part of just a yearly annual fucking sports games. NFL, I mean, Madden's like that. I'm assuming NBA 2K is like that a lot. That's the problem. I might get it because I haven't gotten any of the WWE games in a very long time. I think honestly, the last one I played was the fucking one with Punk on the cover, and that was like 13, I want to say.
Oh,
So like
wow.
it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has. But I don't know. I might want to go through this little bloodline thing with Paul Heyman guiding me through. I think that would be kind of cool. I'll probably pick it up. This game. I haven't gamed in a while. I need to. I think my son has my PS4. I need to put it back in the living room because he has the not the Meta, but he's got I might be the Meta VR. That's what we got him for Christmas. So both my kids have VR, and literally all day, that's all I hear them doing. Every weekend, that's all they do.
Since I like 2K22 for last, even if most of the people were gone by the time the game came out, and he says he hopes Sandman is in the game. That's what my fucking scam should be on Cameo. If people are doing fake Vince McMahon impressions for like $40, for $10 a pop, I'm just gonna do fake Sandman. Yeah, my wife's in the car. I'm gonna go do some fucking meth.
Really, all you gotta do is get a Steve-O one, and you could probably pass it off as Sandman.
I just noticed. I literally, while I was doing that, I was like, I never realized. And like, I'm not saying it's a great Sandman, but I never realized how much actual Sandman sounds like Steve-O.
Yeah, or Steve-O sounds like Sandman. Yeah, he does. But I like Steve-O. He's
fuck. That's the second time that Sandman's been ripped off. Austin stole this gimmick. Steve-O stole this gimmick. Like this, where's the fucking flowers for Sandman?
Steve-O has come to terms with his demons, at least. So that's a good thing. Steve-O, yeah, Steve-O's pretty cool, man. But all right, so this is going to be a very quick one. I'm not going to spend much time on it, but if you are interested, you can watch WWE Clash in Paris on, I believe it was August 31st. I don't know what happened here, but let me see here. For some reason, I don't have it had it. Yes, Sunday, August 31st, the WWE Clash in Paris. Going to be at the Paris La Défense Arena. So there you go. Anyone interested? If you're in Paris by any chance, August 31st. There you go.
Do you think that they, like, I'm not talking about wrestling, but do you think that even just for like a backstage segment, bring out like fucking anybody from No Resistance? Rob Conway's not up to much these days, I don't imagine. Rene Dupree's got his podcast, I think, still.
They might. Rob Conway is actually, last I remember, was in great shape and wrestling down in Mexico, I believe.
Same date as one of the AEW pay-per-views. Let me look that up.
Oh, here we go again. I thought AEW did pay-per-views on Saturday, not Sundays.
I think technically the loophole with that would be that WWE doesn't do pay-per-views. They do premium live events.
Oh, look at Smark with the fucking lingo.
AEW pay-per-view August 24th, 2025 is Forbidden Door, so I don't think so.
All right. Yeah.
Like, that's as far as the calendar goes from where I could find any information on it.
All right. So it'll be August. All right. Not close, but not exactly.
Apparently Sylvan is a producer. Good for him.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. So folks, with NXT out there doing well and the NXT Vault channel out there doing very well also, WWE has launched an NXT Vault channel. Basically is exactly what it is. It is called WWE NXT, but it is exactly what the Vault channel is also. You've got some very old stuff on here. Here, I'll share this with you guys right now. Share screen, YouTube. So here we go. as you see here, they have launched, like I said, they did launch a channel just a few days ago. It's already doing great, but everybody was kind of wondering what they were going to do with all this NXT stuff, all the library they had. So now we know. Now we know they are going to be doing this right here. But as you can see, there's some already, just regular, a couple of matches on here. But you've got some full episodes. Look, this episode right here has Caitlyn. My God, I remember Caitlyn. Good God, Celeste Bonin was gorgeous. Still is. But, I mean, you've got a full episode of NXT here. You've got a full NXT takeover over here, right here. From Chicago. Everybody remembers that NXT takeover. This was during the black and gold era. Look at this. We got Keith Lee here. Kevin Owens there. Ciampa. But now look at this, Justin Gabriel. My God, they have some old stuff on here, folks. But there you go. I mean, if you were wondering where you can watch old NXT stuff, just go to WWE NXT channel. They've got it loaded already with a ton of full episodes of old NXT and a bunch of old some takeovers and some really great stuff. I mean, they have something called the Era Big E Begins, all that stuff. So just a lot of episodes up here. Look at that. We got old Seth Rollins when he had the two-tone hair.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Husky Harris. This was actually Bray Wyatt when he first came out. But a lot of stuff on here, man. And if you are interested in seeing some old NXT stuff, jump on here. I mean, look at this. This is Alicia Fox versus Paige from 2012. 2012.
13 years.
Feel old as fuck right now. So there you go, everybody. You might want to check that out. I know that their Vault channel has been doing incredibly well. Well, you got another one.
The Vault channel's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, you got another one right here.
It's pretty cool.
There you go. So we only got a couple more quick things to talk about, folks. We got JD McDonagh. Now, Smart, did you see that? Did you see that injury he sustained on Monday?
I saw it more so than that, not just seeing it, but like actually hearing like Michael Cole like wig out in commentary about it, just being like, "Hey, no, for real, get somebody to fucking check it." Like I think he might have broken his neck. Like he's been commentating for fucking decades at this point. He's been pretty even keeled up most of the stuff that's happened. So like when he's actually freaking out on something, it's like kind of crazy.
Yeah. Now I've got it without audio. Obviously didn't want to get, so, but I mean, there it is. He does a springboard moonsault off the ropes. And I mean, just smacks his head against the top of he basically like reverse folded himself up. And he has given an update on his injury, though, because everybody was wondering what in the hell happened with him. But basically, he said, first off, thanks to everyone for the messages and the concern. I'm good. I've got a couple of broken ribs and a punctured lung, so I'm going to be out for a couple of months. All things considered, it could have been worse, so I'm grateful. Now, your ribs go, I mean, if you've seen a skeleton, your ribs are in your back. I know everyone's kind of like, how did he do that? He hit his back. Well, your ribs go to your back too, man. So, but that looked like a bad injury, and I think we should all be pretty thankful he didn't. That was a very easy spot to snap your fucking neck on.
Mm-hmm.
He whiplashed himself. So my son is actually playing the trumpet right now. I know y'all can hear that shit.
Nice.
All right, he's not playing anymore.
Well, there you have it.
He's just learning it. He's getting better, and he loves it. So, but right now it sounds like a tuba. But he's getting better. Every day he gets better. He's in beginner band. So anyway, but that was 100% a scary ass spot, man. And you know, people were coming out, but they let him finish the match. They let him finish the match. Now, look, I know we're in a listen. I got respect for the guys finishing the match, but there's a very, very fine line between balls and stupidity, folks. And listen, when you're asking someone who may be very concussed if they're okay, it's like it's like asking a drunk guy if he can drive. Yeah, I can drive. I'm a better driver when I've had a couple. You are not a doctor. You do not know. I don't give a fuck how many times you flash a light in someone's eyes. Sorry, I kind of think they should have pulled him.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's really his fault because you're ingrained. That's what, it is ingrained on you from the very beginning. Like as soon as you start training, that like show goes on no matter what. That's why it should be up to the referees to have more agency in being able to stop matches and shit. Because like, especially WWE, they tell them from everything that I've heard that you referee, you officiate it as though it's a shoot. It's like you pin, and if they don't kick out at before 3, even if they're supposed to, if you count to 3, it's over. Yeah. So like if you have them, if somebody looks off, that's it. Like it's WWE. They do the same matches. Well, I mean, not so much during Triple H era, but they do a lot of the same matches over and over again anyway. So it's not like, if he looks hurt and you stop it prematurely and he's fine, you can do it again next week. You can do it at a pay-per-view. Like there's all kinds of things you can do. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I listen, I've seen everyone, if this happened in AEW, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know what? I don't give a fuck about that. Let's not fucking compare. Both companies, every wrestling company has guys being hurt right now. So let's not fucking do this.
Kind of did, and everybody was critical of it. You remember the fucking Matt Hardy Sammy Guevara match where he was on a ladder and he was supposed to go through a table, and I think he missed the table and he fucked himself up. Matt Hardy's. He was all loopy, and everybody was really critical on them for not stopping the match, and as they should have. I guess it ultimately turned out that he was fine, but it was he definitely looked off at the time.
He had a concussion, and I mean he was fine after. I mean, concussions have grades. You can have a really bad concussion or a not horrible concussion, but it's still a concussion. This is semantics here. I mean. It's like, I don't give a fuck if you were shot by a fucking 25 caliber or a fucking 45 caliber. You were shot.
Right.
So, if you're concussed, you're concussed. I mean, I don't know. I just really feel that they probably should have pulled him from the match, maybe stopped the match early. You can still tell a story with stopping a match early due to an injury. Matter of fact, that might have actually been a better story. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things they could have done. Listen, I know I might sound like an old fucking codger here, but listen, your health is the fucking number one thing. And if, just like I said, asking a guy who just got his fucking bell rung that bad is probably having a hard time breathing because he's got broken ribs, punctured lung. He's having even a harder time breathing. And you're asking him if he's okay. Oh, are you okay? Yes. You're not a doctor, dude. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't take his word for it. And then, I mean, I know they had the guy come down there and, like I said, flashed a light in his eyes and shit. But man, I don't know. I probably would have just stopped it. You don't know how hurt you are, especially when you're in the middle of a match. I'm sure they got adrenaline running through their body. Whew. I don't know, man. I would have. I don't think I would have let the match keep going.
No, me neither.
No. I probably wouldn't have. But guess we can go ahead and get into the last little thing here. Jordynne Grace, folks. She is trying to convince us that she is not going to be at the Rumble, the Royal Rumble. Smark will do predictions right after this. She's trying to convince us all that she's not going to be at the Royal Rumble this weekend, even though everyone is basically saying she probably will be. She even went as far as to share a plane ticket, Smark, that she is going to be going to Austin, Texas for her mother's 50th birthday party this weekend. There it is right there. It's a little tweet from Jordynne Grace. I'm 100% hosting my mom's 50th birthday party this weekend. Love y'all, though. And WrestleMania, not WrestleMania, WrestleMania, immediately said Jordynne Grace will 100% be in Indianapolis this weekend for the 2025 Royal Rumble. So they don't believe a word she's saying either. This is an old picture of her, too. I don't know why they had to use such an old picture of her.
No, it is not.
She's bigger than that now.
Well, I mean, she roughly looks about like that nowadays. Because there's a newer photo she posted online. She looks almost exactly like that.
Maybe she changed her hair, which I have no problem. I think Jordynne Grace looks unbelievable. I think she looks great like this. She looks like she'd be a fucking American Gladiator. I actually was showing my son the old 80s American Gladiator episodes a few weeks ago. My oldest one. It's like, this is nuts. Like, this is awesome, dude. So some people believe she's going to be there. Some people believe maybe she's not. I definitely think she's going to be at the Rumble. The fact that she's trying to take your it's like a magician. You know, you look over here, doing something over here. I think she'll probably be there.
There was the old Chris Jericho trick of like every time he was supposed to debut or return to somewhere, he's like, yeah, I'm not doing this. And sure enough, like 3 hours later, there he is. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, I'm very happy for Jordynne Grace to be getting this chance. She's been around long enough that she deserves a shot at the big time, and I think she'll do fucking amazing there. I do. So, all right, Smark, you want to do some quick Royal Rumble predictions, and then if we have time, we'll go through AEW. If we don't, I don't really give a shit. Last night's AEW was kind of snoozer.
Yeah. Just to be just a half second, because I'm going to open the door so the dog can come in if he so chooses.
All right, that's fine. But yeah, I really felt last night's AEW Dynamite wasn't a great show. They had a lot of long, drawn-out matches. And what the fuck was with the main event? They didn't promote this main event one goddamn bit. No one knew this match was happening until last fucking night. What the fuck? I didn't know it was happening unless I missed something. I could have missed something. That's definitely a possibility. But I don't know. But AEW, listen, if we talk about it, we do. We may have time. We probably will. And we'll get through it pretty quick. But because there's not a ton to talk about here in this Royal Rumble match. There's only four matches right now. And 2 of those are the Rumble. So as soon as Smart gets back over here, we'll get that bad boy done. I'll go ahead and share the screen, get that Royal Rumble up there for you guys to look at. And we can go ahead and talk about that. Let me get that just a little bigger for everybody. There we go. Nope, that's too big. All right, we'll just stay where we were. As long as I can read it, that's what matters. All right. So Smark is back. I see him. There he is. And we can go ahead and do this. Actually, we can do this right here. This will make it a little bigger for me. Could even do that. All right. Y'all ready for this? All right. So we'll talk about the men's and women's Royal Rumble match in just a minute. Let's go ahead and talk about the other 2 matches that are happening on this show. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. This is a ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship. The undisputed and Winged Eagle Championship belts will be suspended above the ring. Who do you got? Cody, obviously the champion right now, versus Kevin Owens. There's a lot of... Go ahead.
You know what the tradition is.
You will never say Cody Rhodes is winning a match.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think KO may win it. I don't. I unfortunately think Cody Rhodes is going to keep that bad boy, and I think in your heart of hearts, you know he is too.
I've heard a little bit of rumblings that it might be Owens, like for real, and that's just picking against Cody to pick against Cody. But yeah, I think WWE sees it as a bigger deal than Cody be the champion come Mania than Owens being the champion come Mania.
Rumblings, huh?
I didn't even do that on purpose, but yeah.
I like it. Cool. All right. Well, all right. We'll see. I got a feeling Cody's keeping that title, but all right. So we've got DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, champions right now, versus the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match, and it is for the WWE Tag Team Championships.
God, if they give them time, that's going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, that could be. I think that, man, I know Motor City Machine Guns had the titles just a little while ago, and then you just keep them on DIY. DIY is keeping those, retaining.
That's what NORAM says. NORAM says number sign DIY win 2-1 or pound sign if you want to take it there. Yeah, probably. They'll probably keep it. Say they keep it.
All right. So now we can go to the men's Royal Rumble. Now there's 15 of 30 entrants already announced, folks. So we'll go ahead and get this out of the way.
I hate that they do that, but it is what it is.
Do what? I know. Well,
I mean, I understand the idea of like announcing like maybe 5, even 10 people, but when you announce half the fucking lineup before the whole point is that it's supposed to be a mystery. I mean, it is what it is, but
well, we still have 15 mysteries.
True.
We still have 15 fucking mysteries, Smart. So
maybe we'll get a Bubba Ray running.
Oh, maybe. Right now, announcing the Rumble: LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Nakamura, Logan Paul, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, and Carmelo Hayes. Right now, that's announced for the Rumble. Do you see Cena winning this so they can give him that 17th goddamn championship like they've been wanting to do for fucking 5 years?
Maybe. Like, if I had to pick, it's honestly between him and Punk, I think.
I agree. I totally agree. It is between him and Punk who wins it.
Which that would be. I know there's no way they're doing that. I was going to say it'd be wild if they were 1 and 2, but that's asking way too much of Cena at this one.
Now, I do want to throw this out there. In March, Logan Paul and his brother are supposed to be fighting on HBO Max. So,
that was the rumor, but that's not what's happening. What's happening is they're actually having a reality series together.
They're doing what? What was that? You broke up.
That was the rumor. The rumor was that they were supposed to be fighting, but it turns out that they were actually they're going to be doing a reality series.
Well, okay. Even with that, could you see him giving it to Logan Paul just for that? Because, they love doing shit like that. I don't give a fuck.
If they had Logan Paul beat Cody at WrestleMania, that would be like, I just all night long, I would be just front of fucking on Twitter, just going at it.
I don't know if Logan Paul would. You never know with them.
I would pop so fucking hard for that because it's not gonna be Gunther. Like Gunther would fucking kill him.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm more with you that between Cena and CM Punk. I think your last few are going to be Cena, Punk. I think Penta will last a long time in the Rumble. And I think Braun Breaker is going to last a long time. Braun's another one that, if they really had some balls, that would not be a bad one to pull the trigger on. Is Braun Breaker?
Just once. Like, they never do it. And they're at a point right now where, like, people are going to watch WrestleMania regardless of who wins the Royal Rumble. But they never, they never have somebody that, like, you would never expect in the Royal Rumble. And they could tell the whole story of, like, them training and them trying to, like, legitimize themselves in, like, the 2 or 3 months before WrestleMania. Like, you never have, like, a wild card, like, underdog win it and then build the story on, like, whether or not they can actually win the belt too. I mean, I don't think they're going to do that this year, but it would be cool if, like, just once they did that.
Yeah. I don't know. I truthfully, for the media attention, wouldn't doubt if they had a Logan Paul win this thing. But after Cena went out and cut that fucking promo, I see John Cena winning this thing. Look, I don't see anything changing with John Cena. It's going to be the same kind of push. So I'm going to go with Cena winning the Rumble in some crazy fashion and him and his bald spot move on to WrestleMania.
I'm going to go Cena too, but then there's also the possibility that you tell the story of, like, him losing and then him trying to find a way to get a title shot anyway. Mm-hmm. Like, the whole, like, fucking, like, it kind of, I don't know if you remember, but there's that whole thing of, like, Shawn Michaels wanted the match with Taker at WrestleMania and he entered the Royal Rumble, and that was supposed to be how he did it, and then he got eliminated and everybody lost their mind because I thought for sure he was going to be the one that won it. It's like I could see them telling a similar story. That'd be kind of cool, but if I had to put money on it, I'd go Cena.
All right. So there we go. Let's talk about the women's, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
The women.
And just for shits and giggles, you don't have to do it too, but I'll just do it. I'll say final 4 be Cena, Punk. I'm going to go Braun Breaker and Penta.
I could agree with that.
Although I feel like it might be an either or if, like, you do Penta or you do Braun Breaker. I don't know if you do both, but that's what I'm going to guess will happen.
I don't know. I think Rollins might need to be in that final 4 too.
Yeah, you would think if Punk's going to be in it, it'd be one of the people that are feuding with Punk, but who knows?
Who does? But I think Rollins will end up being in that final 4. I think you take Braun Breaker out and add Rollins in there. I think you got it.
Norab's saying I believe he's predicting that Big E is going to be in the Royal Rumble. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. You're not going to get Big E.
Especially if you have fucking, anybody in the New Day in there, and then he's one of the people that comes out. That would be a fucking monumental pop.
Yeah, I mean, I would like it, but I just don't think Big E can get cleared right now. So we'll see what happens. But all right, women. There's only 10 women right now that are announced for the 30 women match. We've got right now in the Rumble Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair. Oh my God. Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Lara Valkyria, Ivy Nile, and Io Sky. I'm sorry. Charlotte Flair is winning. She's back. She's winning the Rumble. She's going straight to the fucking main event of WrestleMania. You all know it. I know it. Charlotte Flair. I have no doubt in my mind, Charlotte Flair. No doubt in my mind. And she looks weird.
I mean, kind of, but
stop with the goddamn plastic surgery.
I'm gonna double.
I really do. I think. Okay, do it, man. Do it.
Not only is she going to be in it, but I'm going to pick Jordynne Grace to win it. I feel like it's either going to be Jordynne Grace or if she's actually cleared. I think she's reportedly injured, but there's a debate on whether or not that's legit or work or not. If she's actually able to compete, I would also potentially go with Jade Cargill.
Oh, I would love to see Jade Cargill come out and win this thing. That would be great. I think she probably will be in it, but I don't know if she'll win. Dude, Charlotte is back, Smart. Charlotte.
I feel like maybe it's not, but I feel like it's a red herring. Like, I feel like it's too obvious that she wins it.
She smells like what?
You heard what I said.
She smells like red herring?
That's right.
God damn it, Andrade. Take it easy, buddy. All right. The fuck are you eating, dude? All right.
You think he puts some mask on her before they get down?
Add some pineapple, man. Add some pineapple to your diet. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. She has got to stop the plastic surgery. Natty too. Natty doesn't even look like herself anymore.
Yeah.
I hate it, dude, because these girls are beautiful and they just ruin their faces. They start looking like fucking ventriloquist dolls after a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Natty's on a fast track of looking like fucking Missy Hyatt.
And I like Natty. Natty was hot just a few years ago, and now she's done something to her face. So, but I'm sorry, I just have no doubt that they're going to just throw Charlotte Flair right back into where she needs to be. And I say Charlotte Flair. So you think Jordan? I would love to see Jordynne Grace win it. I'd love to be wrong here.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep. Man, you get a Final Four here. What do you do? I don't even know. It's been so long since I've sat down and watched a full episode of this. So
I would say dollars to donuts. You put fuckers. Charlotte's going to be one of the Final Four. I would bet that more than anything.
Oh yeah, I'd say you got Charlotte, you got Liv, probably going to be one of the Final Four. Bianca Belair, probably one of the Final Four, and maybe Jade Cargill if she comes in, or Jordynne Grace might be one of the Final Four. You never know, but we'll see. We'll see.
I'm going to go based on the idea that we're working under the theory that Jade Cargill doesn't end up showing. I will say it's going to be Charlotte, Bayley, Jordynne, and Nia. And you're going to have Jordynne at least eliminate Nia.
All right, we'll see. Oh, Nia's not going to be in long. They're all going to jump on her, and they're going to be like 10 people to get rid of her. As soon as she gets in, they're going to all run to her, and she's going to be out quick. Nia will not be in the Rumble long.
They always do that. Like I feel like they're probably gonna fucking do that in men's Rumble too with somebody. So I kind of like the idea of just having the fucking giant mastodon just fucking actually be one of the four for just 1 year.
Yeah. Well, they all used
actually. I think they did that with Big Show. Yeah, you're right.
They did it with Big Show. They did it. They used to do it with Khali. They would all.
There was one where Big Show was. It was Big Show. Big Show on the Rock with the last two.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's mad about something.
You
think we said Jordynne Grace too many times?
I think so. I'm going to get my dog barking if I do that. I shouldn't do that. There you go. But I don't know, man. I just, once Charlotte comes back, everything just gets thrown in her lap. So I'm still saying Charlotte there. So that's where I'm going with it. So, and that's that. That is the Rumble, folks. So I guess we got time. We can get through AEW real quick. I don't think we're going to get too much into it. So let's go ahead and do it.
While you do that, I'm going to take a quick look to see what he's barking at. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead real quick. So, folks, like I said, that episode of Dynamite last night was not the best in the world. It was not the worst in the world, but it was a little... I thought the matches were just all the matches were just way too long last night on the show. They weren't bad. They weren't bad at all. There were no bad matches. It's just, my God, does every match have to be so long? Does it? Does it really? No, it really doesn't. But for some reason, AEW thinks every match has to go through a commercial break. Every match has to be fucking 20 goddamn minutes long when it doesn't. But we start off with Will Ospreay, and he's right out there. He came out there, and it's him against Brian Cage. We got Lance Archer out there, too. The Murder Machine, I believe, is the name of their tag team, Smart. And they're out there. This match is going. It's not a bad match. I'm not saying it was. I didn't think there were any bad matches on the show last night. I don't know if it was the placement. I don't know if it was the pace of the show. Something just made this show very bleh last night.
I mean, the fact that they were all kind of predictable didn't help.
No, but I mean, even the crowd was fine. I had no problem with the crowd. The crowd was actually hot for a lot of this, but you know, you sit there, you start out, you got Will Ospreay and Brian Cage, which was a great match. Those two, I like both of those guys. Good match, but you know, Will Ospreay gets the win, and as you say, predictable. You know, as soon as Ospreay gets that win, you know what's going to happen. You know, Lance Archer is going to come in and fucking attack him. And he does. And he does. Now, he attacks him. Kenny Omega comes down with a chair. And then, it's funny, I heard people saying that Takeshita's music ended up playing 3 times. Not on the version I have here.
I didn't hear that happen, but I mean, there's a fight version, and then there's like the TBS/Max version. So
yeah, I didn't hear that. But Takeshita comes out, Kyle Fletcher comes out, so it's all of the Don Callis family down there, and they're just beating down Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. No one's coming down to help him, and I forgot what the crowd was yelling to Callis. Fuck you, Callis, or something?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
They had a good chant for Callis. They were not liking Don Callis. But, you know, you got Omega's down. They're beating the shit out of him. At one point, Will Ospreay jumps on top of him like Eddie Kingston did to John Moxley. Brought me right back to that match. It brought me right back to that match. And but hey, Grand Slam Australia, we're gonna have Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega versus Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. So there you go, folks. This is where they finally promoted the main event of their match, which was Mercedes Moné and Yuka Sakazaki. I don't think I ever heard him mention it last week. I don't think I heard him mention it until right now, 20 minutes and 38 seconds into the show is when they decided to go ahead and announce that match was happening. Wow. Awesome. Thanks for letting us know. Then we go to commercial. We come back. Page, Hangman Adam Page is trying to get into Swerve's locker room. Renee Paquette is back there to find out what the hell is going on. He says, none of your damn business, bitch.
Mm-hmm. I like that, too. He backhanded. It was fucking wild.
I might have paraphrased that a little bit, folks. I might have. But he bumps into MJF, and MJF kind of mumbles to himself and then does whatever, cuts in I'm sorry, just the usual MJF promo talking about Jeff Jarrett again. Tells him he has an offer he can't refuse for Jeff Jarrett. Whatever. Then we go to another commercial. And we come back and we are treated to a Will Hobbs vignette. I'm glad to see, even though they seem like they were writing Will Hobbs off, they're not writing Will Hobbs off.
Right.
That's at least a good sign. We'll see what happens with that.
Death Rider collision match.
Right. Death Rider's music hits, and we got Claudio Castagnoli. He's coming out because he's going to have a match versus Jeff Jarrett.
I cannot wait to hear your opinion on this, because this was like the most divisive thing I've seen online, just like anybody that talks about wrestling.
The match was fine. It's just, why? The match was not that bad. Why? Why?
Well, it's funny because like it didn't make anybody look particularly good. Because like a good match. I mean, it's Jeff Jarrett, it's Claudio. Like Claudio's not gonna have a bad match with somebody. And Jeff Jarrett is perfectly, he's been doing it forever. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's perfectly capable. Yeah, great way to put that actually. But okay, you have Claudio cheats to beat Jeff Jarrett, who is a 57-year-old man, and then so you have the Death Riders needing to cheat to win, and then like that doesn't make them necessarily look good. And then you have Jeff Jarrett who's challenging for the title to lose, so that doesn't make him look good. So it's like, where are we going with this?
Well, the only saving grace was after that match when MJF finally did come out. Wheeler Yuta, man, the hair's got to go, Yuta. The hair's got to go, dude. You literally were down there selling, and I said, my God, this guy looks like Fat Elvis.
Now that is a gimmick. Well, I guess that was just honky tonk man, but
the hair's got to go.
He was Fat Elvis the entire time.
Fat Elvis. Shit, man. Anyway. I don't know what look Wheeler's going for. I like Wheeler Yuta. I just don't know what's happening here. I just don't know what's happening here. But anyway, we get there. You get the match going, and of course, the Death Riders come out and kind of involve themselves in the match. We get a neutralizer. Audio wins.
But he sure does.
The Death Riders going. No. And then MJF comes out. Of course, MJF comes out. He's talking shit, blah blah blah, and he lays out Jeff Jarrett with the ring, basically the same shit. Walks out. The dog is talking to you, Smark.
Yes, among other things, unfortunately.
Yeah, among a few other things. Then we get this. Then we get another backstage segment with Renee Paquette, who, my God, I'm sorry, I just think this woman is just insanely beautiful. With Ricochet. No, I'm sorry, folks. You can say what you want about Ricochet, but this gimmick I actually enjoy. I'm liking what Ricochet is doing. They finally made it make some sense. I'm so sorry Smark is in pain right now. They finally made this make some sense. I'm sorry, everybody. Give me a minute. Okay. Smark's over here getting dry humped by a dog. Wait, I hope it's dry humped by the dog.
You and me both, brother.
So let's just keep going and give Smark a minute here. But we got Renee Paquette with Ricochet. And like I said, I'm actually enjoying this Ricochet. He's a delusional piece of shit heel, and I'm having some fun with it, folks. I am. Is wrestling AR Fox. I didn't know. Maybe he was hurt and he's back now. Crowd seems to like AR Fox though. I mean, the crowd was fucking cheering for him. So,
of all the people that have wrestled back-to-back weeks, why double down on AR Fox? Like, I like AR Fox actually, but like, why? Why 2 back-to-back weeks of AR? He's not going to win anything. You haven't positioned him to be anybody who is a viable threat.
No, but for some reason, like I said, I don't know if he was injured and he's back and they're just trying to give him, they're going to give him I don't know. You're not going to get him a push losing every fucking match, but we'll go from there.
It didn't work for Shelton Benjamin. He's in the locker room with him. You might be able to tell him about that.
Yeah, you might be able to say, hey, listen, that this doesn't work. But another long
great would that be if they just straight stole the gimmick of like the AR Fox next week has a mama. Like they just hire some big old girl to be his fucking boss. So much just like, this is bullshit. Like I'm quit. I'm going to fucking New Japan again. Fuck you.
I'm done. I'm out of here.
I'm out.
Again, you're trying to get Ricochet over. Now I get it. Ricochet went out there and he didn't do his flippy shit for the crowd. I'll tell you, the first thing I thought of is back in TNA when AJ Styles changed up and went heel and stopped doing all the flippy shit for the crowd.
That is such a challenge. Because, like, I like the idea of him as a heel not doing as I'm being violently penetrated, him not doing flips and all the high spots and shit like that. But at the same time, like, you have to be really fucking talented to be able to purposely wrestle, like, boring on purpose without actually wrestling boring on purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, works for Orange Cassidy. So Smark is getting poor Smark. But did this match really have to be a fucking long, drawn out match? You're trying to get Ricochet over. I'm sorry. Maybe he should have fucking gone out there and had a 5-minute match. And I think it would have told a better story. He's out there trying to fucking beat the shit out of people. And I think that would have been a better story. But then again,
Yeah,
who am I? Who am I? I'm just a fucking guy with a microphone.
Because he already has a match with Swerve, so like he's not really vying for anything else. You could just have him like lose via disqualification or whatever. He just beats the shit out of Eric Fox.
Yeah, he could have done that.
Like
too.
He doesn't even care about the match. He just destroys him.
That would have been a much better way to put this fucking to make this match. It would have been a much better way. Might have even made the whole fucking show better if something like that had happened. But no, all we did is this. Thank God after the match, Swerve came down and started beating the shit out of Ricochet because that actually helped a little bit of the show. But Ricochet's got the scissors still. He's got the acclaimed scissors. But then they show this. Now, Renee did a 20-minute interview that they put out on YouTube with her husband and Claudio. And they showed a little clip of it. Now, Moxley went a little off the rails in this clip. But I got to tell you, I kind of liked it. She asked him about why the title isn't being shown. And I kind of like the answer. Who needs to see it? I am the fucking title. You look at me. Like I said, it went a little off the rails by the end there. It got a little Moxley on us. But I didn't mind it completely.
Why is the title not being shown at television? Because you keep forgetting to remind me before I have to go to the airport to grab my title. You know how forgetful I am. By the way, are we going to hit the Panda Express up before we hit the airport or not?
Did Jericho leave it at Texas Roadhouse again?
The AEW title keeps getting stolen at a Texas Roadhouse. There's some waiter walking around with the fucking AEW title over his shoulder
while working. Oh,
it's like I am the champ now.
While working, I could see that. I would love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think this was horrible. Like I said, it got a little off the rails at the end. Moxley tends to do that. I didn't think this was bad. This little interview. There's a whole 20-minute interview that showed about a 3-minute clip of it, and I didn't think it was that bad. Then we had Matt Menard doing his best impression, I believe, of Don West. He is shilling the merchandise. Now, I saw complaints about this too, and I'm like, come on. This is what they should be doing, actually. This is exactly what they should be doing. Promote that you have merch. If you don't promote you have merch, you're not going to sell merch.
Do I remember all the time back in the day, they would have fucking Doc Hendricks, the legend himself, Michael Hayes, just like right in the middle of Raw, promoting like where they'd be at house shows or like promoting shit on, you get a Shop Zone or just anything like that.
Exactly. This is kind of how it goes. This is what they're supposed to be doing, folks. This is promoting your website, promoting your merchandise, promoting a lot of stuff. This is promotion. You're supposed to do this. So if you have a problem with this, you really don't remember what wrestling was like or should be like. Meanwhile, Matt Menard is hilarious. I don't know why, but I fucking like that guy. I don't know why. He is. He's great. He's funny. I like the guy. I do. We come back and we get the trailer for Dark Match. And of course, right from there, New York Minute. Jericho's still kind of trashing Redwood, even though he won his match against Hobbs. I still find this funny. I loved when him and they're taking on the Outrunners. Chris Jericho's like, well, I don't know how you've been in the business so long. I've only seen you on AEW. And Brian Lee goes, Mandela effect. And Chris Jericho's like, oh, yeah. Sounds good. I don't know why, but I found that hilarious. I might be one of the only people that actually think this gimmick is fucking hilarious. And I think it's hilarious because everyone hates it so much. And he keeps doing the troll thing. He's trolling you folks. The fact you hate it proves to me one thing. He's doing his job.
Coming around on it. Like, there are certain things where it's just like I see it enough that like I don't like it at first, and then I just become like used to it, and then I just like actually start to like it for like a weird way of just like, not that it's particularly good, but it's just like oddly enjoyable for random reasons. Like the fucking Johnny Ace when he was doing the people power thing. Like, it was so fucking bad that after a while it just became like, this is terrible, but it's like oddly captivating. It's like Jericho. I wouldn't say the Jericho thing is terrible, but it's like it's kind of cheesy, and like I don't think at this point I want to see Jericho wrestle regardless of what his gimmick is. So it's like if you just like accept the fact that you really kind of don't want to watch him wrestle anyway, and you just take the gimmick for what it is, it can be enjoyable at times.
It was like a fucking car crash. It was horrific, but you can't fucking stop watching. That's exactly what it fucking was. But like I said, folks, I think this Jericho gimmick is funny. I think it's funny. He's just a troll. And the more y'all hate on him, the more he's going to fucking keep doing it. So, reverse psychology. Don't say a word about it. Leave it alone. Then we had Jay White come out, folks. We had Jay White versus Wheeler Yuta, because we got to have more Wheeler Yuta. I don't know why, but we do. I didn't mind this match. It was a good match between the two, but it really wasn't. I think this is where the crowd started sort of falling out a little bit. They weren't really. Somebody even the crowd was not into this match very much with Jay White and Wheeler Yuta, but ended the exact same way you'd figure it would. Well, not exactly how you figured it would. You didn't think Wheeler Yuta would lose, but he did. Jay White picks up the win. And, of course, the Death Riders come out, and they're beating them down. And then FTR comes out. Now, you know, Smark, I didn't talk about this last week, but O'Shea Jackson Jr. Came out and was talking about how the Death Rider storyline is not bad. The only problem he sees, and one of the reasons he thinks people don't like it, is because they keep running from everybody. Now, I get it. Chicken shit heels. I get it. But these, you know, you get rated FTR come out, and what do? They fucking run. They run. What? Why? You guys are supposed to be these big badasses. They're unafraid of anybody. You're here to take this fucking company over. You're here to fucking be the, you know, the fucking monkey wrench in the fucking company, and 3 fucking old guys come out and you run. All of you run. You've got an extra person. Her name's Marina Shafir. She's got a fucking briefcase in her hand. Technically, it's 4-on-3. You've got an advantage. What are you running from? So, you know, I was reading the article and I'm like, man, he's got a really good point here that I didn't fucking think of, but he's right. They do. Every time Rated FTR comes out, they run away. Why?
I mean, I honestly just think it happened again. Like, if I can, history repeating itself somehow of like, you remember originally when the Hurt Business happened, that like Retribution was supposed to be the big heel stable that like was supposed to be cool or whatever we were supposed to be talking about it, and just everybody ended up loving the Hurt Business and not really caring about Retribution. Different company, same result. The Hurt people love the Hurt Syndicate. We're talking about them. We like what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Nobody really cares about the Death Riders.
No, it's really not, and a lot of people are saying this is one of the reasons that they're stopping watching. They just don't like the Death Riders thing. So,
and that is to speak to the point that you made and the point that O'Shea Jackson was talking about, or O'Shea Jackson Jr. of like, that's why people like the Hurt Business, is like people step up to them and they beat their ass, or like they just beat people's ass like unprovoked, and then like they don't run from anybody.
No, they stand their fucking ground in the ring like they should. They stand their ground right there in the Death Riders. Writers. I like that, Nora. That's funny. But they come out, and truthfully, this show to me almost seemed like the only thing they were doing was setting up Collision. This seemed like a setup for Collision. They were setting up Collision like it's going to be a fucking pay-per-view. They made 3 matches for Collision on this show. 3.
I can't really fault them for that, because like you're trying to get people to care about Collision, so I mean, fair enough. But like, yeah, they didn't, like you said, they didn't promote the main event until like 15 minutes into the show, but they set up like 3 matches for Collision. So it's like, I don't know, maybe a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, a little bit maybe, but I don't know. And you're right. They should be setting up things for Collision, but you're three matches for Collision on your Dynamite show. Come on, man. That ain't what I need. That ain't what I need. And like I said with the O'Shea Jackson Jr. point, I kind of was sitting there like, nah, they really don't. And then I'm like, literally like a minute later, I'm like, you know what? They do. And I started thinking, I'm like, they do. They run. They're running from fucking everybody. They end up outside the fucking ring staring at him. And he's right. They shouldn't be. They should be the big badasses that stand in the ring and wait for you to bring your ass down to the ring and kick your fucking ass. But that's not the way the storyline is running. And you got Moxley out there going, hey, everyone should just quit fucking with us and let the story run out and play out. Well, maybe hit fast forward a little bit, Moxley. And I've been a proponent of this storyline, but maybe fast forward just a little bit on this storyline.
The damning thing is what we were talking about last week when we were trying to figure out who like the leader of the stable would be. Could be interesting. We both had trouble guessing who like a surprise reveal would be, because we didn't know what the stable was. They've been going for months now. Like, I think this started in October, November. Like, it's been months now. Well, and we still have no idea like what they're really about, or what the stable is, or what they're trying to accomplish. Like, cool, let the story play out, but decide what the story is that you're telling us.
Well, I think with the whole thing they're doing, the whole American History X kind of thing that they were talking about, there's only one person that could be the person behind this. Hulk Hogan. It's Hogan. They're bringing him in, folks. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. And I think, and how do I say this? I don't think the Death Riders know either. I don't think they know who it is yet. And I think that's another issue with this story. I don't think they know how to tell the story, because I don't think they know the end of the story.
Well, that is also a problem, yeah.
I think that might be another problem, is they have no ending. And if you have no ending, then again, how long does this shit go? You need to hit fast forward. You've got to find someone. And my God, I'm going to tell you now, if the reveal for who's behind all this is fucking like Big Show or somebody, oh boy, we are going to have a fucking problem, man. We are going to have a fucking problem.
They stay with like the American History X style gimmick, and it's a Big Show, and he becomes alt-right Paul White. What do you think?
Good. Paul White. I get it. See, you knew where I was going there. But anyway, I think we're talking enough about that.
This is interesting. Conan is in a big feud with two guys named Monte and Pharaoh, all because they interviewed Curtis Axel, and Conan didn't know who they were. I don't know who they are either. I mean, I know who Conan is, and I know who Curtis Axel is, unfortunately.
They're New York guys, Monte and Pharaoh. I actually know who they are.
The way you said New York guys makes me feel like they're like a part of the crime family. So anyways, I love them, and they're great.
No, they're just a couple of, I believe they're out of New York. I believe they are. But I actually know who they are.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But
oh shit! Before we wrap this up, this is very quick. I follow Bernard Suzuki on Twitter, and he's doing a match in Qatar. But you will never in a million years guess who his tag team partner is. This is the most wild shit I've ever heard.
Johnny Bravo.
I'm actually just going to go ahead and hit you up with the share screen.
Okay.
Here we go. Get ready for it, because I want the reveal. It shouldn't take so long to share the screen on here.
No.
Get ready for this shit.
I'm ready.
Boom, bang,
whoa, whoa. Enzo?
Minoru Suzuki and Enzo Amore as a fucking tag team.
Enzo, he's the, or what is his name now? Real one.
Hashtag consensual penis.
Hey, good luck to him, man.
This is the most wild tag team, and it's happening in Qatar. So, like, maybe there'll be an international incident. You talked about Vader earlier. Maybe there'll be a situation like that.
Might be, but I mean, listen, the Enzo kind of got screwed over too. We were talking about Muhammad Hassan earlier. Enzo kind of got screwed over too. He did nothing wrong. He didn't do what they said to that girl did. She even admitted it. But yeah, like I said, man, they were looking for an excuse to get rid of that guy. They found one, and they did it. So there you go. Listen, this could be a good stepping stone for him, getting back in the limelight a little bit. It can't be a bad thing for Enzo. I mean, I know everyone. Oh, he was the same on air as he was off air. He was an annoying prick, but that's not a reason to fucking screw a guy over like they did. I don't believe.
Yeah, it's professional wrestling. 75% of the roster probably is. 75% of most people are pricks anyway. So just any line of life.
Yeah, you're right. So, folks, Timeless Tony Storm is back. We saw the performance of a lifetime from Tony Storm, and Timeless Tony Storm came back. It kind of exactly what we explained was going to happen a few weeks ago. That's how we thought it was going to work out. So that worked out good. But we had this thing here where Renee was doing an interview with Mariah May. Mariah May basically was being a bitch, so Renee walked away. And I'll tell you, the crowd was not really giving two fucks or any fucks about this promo she was giving. They were pretty quiet for it. She was literally pausing for moments that were supposed to get reactions that weren't getting reactions. I kind of felt bad for her, but it was good. They're going to have a match. And then, Mark, we get a vignette for the Guns. Billy Gunn's sons, the Guns. This looked like a 90s movie. It actually it looked like a 90s R&B video, music video. There's
Color
a
Me
car, they're smiling. It looked like a fucking R&B music video, did it not?
Yeah, it kind of did.
Thank you. I'm not saying it was bad, but I'm like, are we? Is this a vignette or is this fucking the trailer for Barbershop 4?
American males. American males. American males.
I don't know, man. I don't mind these guys, but it was a weird video, in my opinion. It was just a weird video. We keep going through. We come back, and we get Taya Valkyrie and Deonna Purrazzo backstage. They cut a promo. Good to see both on television, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Deonna Purrazzo is pretty new at this company, and we haven't seen much from her. Tyra Valkyrie has been in here for a while, and we haven't seen her. So, and she is definitely a talent that could be certainly pushed to go up against Mercedes Moné. Absolutely, she is one. Then we have that main event, Mercedes Moné versus Yuka Sakazaki. Yuka Sakazaki is just like the most adorable girl in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You look at her and you just go, she's adorable. I don't know why. She's adorable. But this match wasn't bad, folks. It wasn't bad at all. And but of course, Mercedes ended up getting the win in this match. But I just thought Dynamite was a like I said, I don't know if it was the pacing, the flow, the long drawn out. I don't know what it was, but it just didn't seem like a exciting show to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you thought of it, but let me know.
I would agree with that. Like, I mean, my main problem is that a lot of the matches were very predictable. Like, you know who's winning Jay White versus Wheeler Yuta. You know who's winning. Like, I mean, maybe Claudio, Jeff Jarrett could have been surprising. Could have had Jarrett win somehow. But, I mean, I think most people thought Claudio was going to win. Nobody thought fucking Will Ospreay was losing his match. Like, there's just a lot. Mercedes Moné is definitely not losing either. So it's just like, you know the result of the match before the match happens. It's like, all right, we got good matches out of it, but you lose something when there's no, like, even the slightest inkling that, like, things might not be what you think they're going to be. That's part of the problem.
And, going back to what you said last week, right before we ended this show, the fact that they don't give you a hook. Now, I said before they made 3 matches for Collision. What did they do to further anything for next week on that show?
Right.
Again, I think you nailed it last week, and that is probably one of their biggest problems, is that they do not hook you in. There is no cliffhanger. You fucking nailed it, dude. And watching it this week, I was literally like, what you said was in my brain. I'm waiting for the cliffhanger for next week. What is it? What is it? The return of the fucking guns? I don't give a fuck about that. No one fucking does. So, what is it? What's the hook?
I mean, I guess just that they're going to have that Swerve Ricochet match, but I mean, they've been announcing that for a couple of weeks, which is good on them. They should. They've been promoting that well, but other than that, there's really not too much going on.
No, there should be cliffhangers for every big story you're telling, not just one. Not just one. You should be doing that for every story you're trying to tell. What? I mean, I got to look forward to another New York Minute from Jericho next week, huh? So I don't know, but I literally watched this show with kind of different eyes this week because you said that last week, and it's really stuck in my brain.
I've been watching old ECW. Like I decided just to start in 94, like when Cactus Jack came in, and just like watch from there. And like, I know it's like kind of two different things, but like fucking Paul Heyman is making fucking Paul Loria and like Hack Myers interesting. Like, he's doing that on a weekly basis. He's making fucking the Rotten Brothers interesting. And, like, Tony Khan has a fucking just, like, an overabundance of talent. And, like, none of it is interesting at the moment. Like, he has Swerve, he has Ricochet, he has fucking Tony Storm. He has all these people, Moxley, Claudio, Pax, so on and so forth. Just so many of these guys. Like, creative doldrum at the moment. Like, the Mariah made Tony Storm stuff's good, but Ricochet, Swerve is interesting, but like Death Riders is boring. They don't really care about what Jeff Jarrett's doing right now. Don't really care about what MJF's doing right now. I like Hangman, but I don't really care about what Hangman's doing right now. Like, there's so many people that they're using that just, what is their story? What is their angle? And why do you care?
Well, and it looks like they're getting ready to turn Hangman back babyface again. Fucking bring back goddamn drunk fucking Hangman. I like that. Bring back drunk fucking Hangman. I like drunk Hangman.
No, Rep says Jay White needs to win the belt if Darby's not coming back.
But
if he's climbing Everest, potentially ever. But yeah, I would agree with that.
Climb a mountain. Yeah, no. Exactly. He's not coming back soon. He's training. You can't just decide one day you're going to climb Mount Everest. You have to train to climb Mount Everest. So, you know, you have to get used to the altitude, used to the cold. You have to do stuff to know what you're about to go through. So,
also, kind of a big missed opportunity to not like show him preparing for that.
Oh, I see vignettes coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
He just started this a couple of weeks ago, Smark. Let's give him a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big opportunity to promote your company and one of the biggest stars. I mean, yeah, there's still plenty of time, I guess, but I would be fucking pulling those motherfuckers out hot and heavy.
I wouldn't. What if he dies?
Then that's not your fault. Like, you didn't tell him to do it.
I wouldn't want to start promoting a guy who could possibly be dead.
I hate to say it like this because it makes me sound like a scumbag, but like that would be harrowing. Like, if that's what happens, and that's sad, you dedicate. I mean, honestly, you dedicate a show on his honor, as you should, if that's what ends up happening. But like, people would be invested in it regardless. I mean, it's a human interest story. I feel like you have to put it out there, and then if he dies, I mean, that's tragic. But
well, at least Rob Feinstein could make some money if he did.
He's going to do it either way, so I feel like you should at least document it.
Well, and they may. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. And if it's documented, he's not going to die because he's going to have a film crew there and everything and all that stuff. But I don't know any film crew that wants to climb Mount Everest with you. We got to shoot it from a fucking helicopter?
I mean, potentially. There's oh god, I think it's called Free Solo, maybe, about like a guy that climbs one of the mountains. I don't know if it's Everest or not, but I know there's been a movie or two about people who have like tried these crazy mount climbing feats. And like they've had people film them. I don't know the technical aspects of it, but I know that there's been movies made of that sort.
Yeah, those are movies.
No, I mean like actual documentaries that like actually happened.
I think there was actually one called Everest. So
might be.
But yeah, I think we are done, folks. I got nothing else. I don't think Smark has anything else. I could pee. I could definitely pee. I gotta pee. And there you go, folks. You got the Rumble coming up this weekend, so don't forget about that. We'll be back here next week talking more wrestling. I'll be on Hollywood Hangout this weekend on Mixler. And Smark, I need to hear about some tits.
I hear you. Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. is totally inappropriate team sports or tits, if you will. It is the big Super Bowl special. So we're talking about who we think is going to win the game, what the over-under is going to be in any and every prop bet that you could possibly fucking imagine, what color the Gatorade is going to be, who scores first, etc., etc. Probably talk about some commercials and shit too. So go ahead and join us before you watch the big game. We'll get you all primed and ready to go.
I love how you even said the big game. You are so good.
You're not legally allowed to call it the Super.
You are so fucking awesome, dude. That's great. That's fucking good. But there you go, folks. So definitely sounds like a great show over there, Smark. Definitely check that out over there, guys. And like I said, I'll be coming back with Hollywood Hangout this week, and I'll figure out exactly what I'm doing. But there you go. So enjoy, folks. Have a good weekend, and we will see you next week. See ya.
Adios.